I'm Ryan Iverson, and this is the Investor Breakout Weekly Insight. Let's talk about what happened this week. Lucid is tightening its control over the EV supply chain. The automaker just launched a new collaboration called MENAC with 4 critical mineral companies: Alaska Energy Metals, Electric Metals, Graphite One, and Recyclico, all which are listed on the TSX Venture Exchange with dual listings in the US. Together, they're working to boost domestic production of key EV materials: nickel, manganese, graphite, and recycled lithium, used in high-density battery cells. It's a strategic play. Lucid is already assembling its vehicles in Arizona, and now it's helping secure the upstream inputs that power them. The goal is very clear: reduce reliance on imports, lock in offtake agreements, and strengthen US-based manufacturing. This gives Lucid more control over costs, sourcing, and long-term scalability, important as EV competition heats up. The First Minister's meeting is one of Canada's highest level summits, where the Prime Minister meets with provincial and territorial leaders to hash out urgent national issues. And this week's agenda was stacked. Premiers pressed for more federal support on healthcare and housing, while carbon pricing reignited tensions with resource-rich provinces, and wildfires brought emergency planning into sharper focus. But it was trade that grabbed headlines. Canada scrapped its proposed digital services tax to get stalled US trade talks moving again. With an August 1st tariff deadline fast approaching, uncertainty is weighing on sectors like auto, steel, and energy. In response, provinces are forging ahead. Ontario, Alberta, and Saskatchewan signed an infrastructure pact to build national trade and energy corridors. Ottawa's backing them with a new federal office to fast-track major projects. The message from both levels of government is clear: reduce US dependency, unlock domestic growth. This isn't about geopolitics. It's about where future capital will flow and which industries stand to benefit if Canada strengthens its internal trade and energy capacity. Crypto just got its tailwind, and the market took off. This week, while the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ 100 ticked up modestly, the real breakout came from crypto. After Congress passed 3 landmark pro-crypto bills, the sector roared. Ethereum jumped 26%, Circle surged 18%, Coinbase climbed 7%, and Bitcoin hit an all-time new high, over 120,000 USD, making it the 5th most valuable asset globally, overtaking Amazon. So what happened? Well, Congress passed 3 pro-crypto bills. First, the Genius Act, which puts a regulatory framework in place for stablecoins, legitimizing them in the US. Next, the Clarity Act will split crypto oversight between the SEC and the CFTC, treating open, decentralized blockchains as commodities. Finally, the Anti-CBDC Surveillance State Act, which blocks the Fed from launching a central bank digital currency. For years, regulatory uncertainty has held back crypto. Now, with government support, institutional money is eyeing the space. As Coinbase's chief policy officer put it, these bills reduce regulatory ambiguity and open the door for more institutional capital. Circle and Coinbase are the biggest winners, with Galaxy Digital also gaining 30% on the news. But while Genius is now law, Clarity and Anti-CBDC still face hurdles in the Senate. Expect more twists ahead, but this week was a historic step forward for crypto. Stay on top of big world news and what it means for the markets by subscribing to these weekly insight videos. The TSX Venture Growth Capital event took place this weekend in Kelowna, bringing together 41 companies with a combined market cap of more than $3.2 billion. In a year marked by volatility and geopolitical uncertainty, investors aren't backing down. They're doubling down on fundamentals. What really stood out was the diversity and strength across sectors. 8 sectors made the Investor Breakout Top 10, showing that market momentum is being driven by a broad base of companies, not just a few sectors. Every Investor Breakout exchange is packed with sharp insights, real-time signals, and where the market capital is heading. We are excited to keep sharing these insights with you here in our weekly videos, on our socials, and our Investor Breakout newsletters. Among the top picks were Midnight Sun, Carrier Connect Data Solutions, Leva Gold, Hydrate Technologies, and CanAlaska Uranium. Risk and uncertainty are part of today's landscape, but so is opportunity. Investors are zeroing in on companies that not only survive volatility but thrive in it, because those are the winners that will shape the market going forward. One company that's been profiled before and is gaining attention again is CanAlaska. Let's take a closer look at its latest progress. The company just kicked off its first drill program at the Constellation Project, roughly 60 kilometers south of Key Lake, with up to 1,400 meters of planned across high-priority uranium anomalies. Meanwhile, assays from West MacArthur JV keep delivering. Up to 86% yellow cake in select zones, including hits like 8.3 meters of 24.82% and 17 meters of 10.8%. Layer in fresh targets from the Frontier property and a $12.5 million Phase 2 drill campaign already underway, and it's clear. CanAlaska's exploration engine is firing on all cylinders. This is Ryan Iverson. We'll see you next week.